Hello everyone, Happy New Year, I'm Nate, and welcome to the channel. For the first video of 2024, which I think that might be the first time I'm actually saying the year out loud as well, which is kind of strange always, isn't it? Have you written the wrong date yet on a piece of paper? Or I was going to say a check, but who's writing checks anymore? But anyways, today on the very first video of 2024, we are going to be looking at the newest roller, knuckle roller from Zero Gravity Return Tops. This is here the Samba. So let's go ahead and get into the Samba. I'm not much of a dancer. When my wife and I first got together, when we were dating, went a couple times out dancing, and she probably would like it if I went back out dancing with her, or maybe not, because this is how I'm dancing right now, as I'm talking about dancing. That's what I think about when I think of Samba. The Samba, I don't really know. I assume you move your hips a lot, and I don't know if my hips really move. I just don't know if I have that coordination. All right, but let's talk about the Samba here, the newest knuckle roller from Zero Gravity Return Tops. First thing that's really striking about this roller is the colors here. Look at this one. This has got the teal, the black, the pink, the red, and then it's got the black band around there. So this is a bimetal, and I believe this is the only bimetal roller on the market, from anything from a knuckle roller to just a regular roller or what have you. Base of the Samba is blasted. It is a aluminum base there, and then the rings here, the black rings here, are not blasted, and they are stainless steel. Has a little bit of a branding mark there. It's pretty typical of Zero Gravity Return Tops to brand most of their things, but never over the top where that's where it's like that's the thing that's catching your eye, but just enough to show, hey, this is from Zero Gravity Return Tops. I like the subtle things on this, the design of this. First off, you're gonna have to do a little bit of comparison and go back to some of their things in their catalog. I think I've reviewed every single roller from their catalog, and this is now I don't know, like 4 or 5, something like that. One of the ones it reminded me of immediately was the Pachoto, particularly with the sort of thinness of the middle section, which I really like. That I like a thinner sort of section, and so what's happening there is it kind of automatically puts more weight to the ends there. But then of course this is also stainless steel, those rings around there, which is going to be a more dense metal, so it's going to push even more weight to those ends. So for those kind of flipping kind of tricks where you're kind of flipping over the thumb, that kind of stuff, it's going to be really nice for that, and this is going to roll over really nice in the hand. I like that they also, again, little subtle things. I also like how they didn't blast the stainless steel, which I don't know, that's not very common, right? Like, so if you look at bimetal yo-yos, things like that, I don't really see, them doing that. It probably doesn't blast very well like aluminum does, because it isn't as soft. But with that sort of more tackiness, it gives a little bit of grip, just ever so slightly, nothing crazy, but does give a little bit more grip there. Again, I like that center. I think that's a really good feature there, kind of keeping it. It doesn't look quite as thin as the Pachoto was, but it's pretty darn close. I don't know the full specs on there in comparison, but it looks like it's just about as thin, so it's thinner than all the others, right? So if we look at like the Ristretto, for instance, like, which obviously you can't do this because this is wood, and you'd probably lose some of the integrity of the material if you really thin this out. But as far as like the feel of it, I would say it's kind of a odd combination between like the Pachoto and the Ristretto. Lengthwise, it's just about the same height, it looks like, as the Ristretto. It's a little bit taller than the Pachoto, but overall, it's a good length here. The ends here are very reminiscent of a lot of their rollers, especially on the tampers that they've had in their catalog. It has that little like nub there, so it's kind of nice. Like when you're doing kind of, I don't know, when you're kind of just picking up here, it doesn't quite balance like, it's not impossible, I don't think. Yeah, you could balance it. but I don't want to, I'm on sidewalk here, I don't want to like drop it here. Because it is aluminum, I wouldn't necessarily recommend you playing this over a harder surface like, you know, like walking around on sidewalk or something like that. If you do drop it, it's going to probably ding just like you would have for a yo-yo. And I don't know, maybe you just don't want to do that. So maybe kind of baby it a little bit more than maybe like the Pachotto would be, right? Because, you know, that's a titanium, right? And it's going to take a little more of a beating. But, you know, maybe you like those love marks as well, and it kind of shows playability. But in general, I don't like kind of damaging my rollers, because it does kind of feel that if it's damaged enough, you're going to feel that in the hand. You might want to have to smooth that off or sand that down, and that can really change the integrity of the play too. So again, I would highly recommend, if you buy one of these, maybe play it over a softer surface. It's a good kind of couch roller, right? You put your show on, and it doesn't maybe annoy your wife as much with Big Larry or something like that, because it's a little quieter until you drop it on the hardwood floor. I really like what Zero Gravity Return Tops is doing with their rollers. There are more and more rollers out there, it seems like, and I'm sure 2024 will see more and more, which I think is good. But they are offering some unique offerings and some really cool things that they keep coming back to the drawing board and kind of improving, or maybe not improving, but just kind of expanding on some of their previous ideas and kind of pulling together some of the things they've learned, it looks like. And I really like here the Samba. It's a good one. I like those colors. I like the feel in the hand. It's got a nice feel with that blast especially. And I dig it. It's a good length. I'll have a link in the description where you can find out more about the Samba and everything related to zero gravity return tops. If you like this kind of content, make sure you like and subscribe. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments section, and I'll see you in the next one. Happy New Year, everyone. Later.